You know, I mean, a guy like him and his size and his skill set could possibly go abroad. He's determined to try to fulfill his dream and destiny of getting to the NBA. You got to commend him for it.
Kelly connects again at the line. The 22-year-old at 6'6", signed a two-way with the Dallas Mavericks. Was once labeled the best-dressed athlete in college basketball.
I bet you he voted for himself on that one.
Ethan Thompson. Dressed to impress, but no bucket. Kelly rocks the dribble. Gives to Matthew Cleveland, making his first appearance. And into Kyler Kelly on the block, but a whistle below.
Matthew Cleveland. Really deceptively quick in that first step. Takes a lot of floaters and runners off balance, and as you can see here, he tends to draw a lot of contact and fouls.
Summer League continues on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Tonight you can see the 76ers and the Nets next year on NBA TV, plus the Pacers and the Pelicans, 9 Eastern, over on ESPN. Then tomorrow the semifinals are on ESPN. Kings and Raptors first at 4 Eastern, and then at 6, the Hornets and the Thunder. We saw the Raptors last night in person. Their defense is lethal.
Unreal. And the largest point difference in Summer League. They are relentless. They don't worry about offense. They just compete defensively the entire game.
That's Jaden Akins off the Orlando Magic bench. It was Jace Richardson's college teammate. Richardson not playing here today, but we're looking forward to speaking with him a little bit later on in the show. Alondis Williams in the game. He turns it over after that rebound. Good anticipation from Hall. Running the lane with the left, Matthew Cleveland again.
If you can get Matthew Cleveland in transition, his ability to finish around the rim and his athleticism, catching it on the move, he can really make quick decisions, change directions.
You saw a bunch of him in the ACC, didn't you?
I did.
Miami.
I did. Got to learn how to impact winning, doing all the little things. Your role changes. Guys aren't asked to score in this league. He's not going to be the big-time offensive weapon that he was in college. He's got to learn how to defend at a high level, and if you want to make any of these rosters, you got to do so.
Kelly can't connect. Offensive rebound. Cisse earns a trip to the line. Moussa Cisse, 22 years old at 6'11".
Man, just diving, just catching it, driving it again, switching hands in the air, avoiding an attempted block by Wendell Moore, Jr. Question mark on Matthew Cleveland was his ability to shoot the basketball. He answered a lot of that last year, shooting over 38% from the floor.
Nearly 18 points per game in his final ACC season to get honorable mention recognition.
What you want to see out of guys like that, like even he and Kelly, you want them, they need to be versatile defenders at that size. Won't be relied upon as much for offensive opportunities. Just take advantage of the ones you get. We really need them to step up defensively.
Saw Nolan Hickman checking into the game there, a Gonzaga teammate of Nembhard. 3 minutes to go in our opening frame. Zoo Phelps in defensively as well for Dallas, picking up the ball here.
He's also teammates with someone else. I won't spoil it for you. We're gonna get to that.
Are you talking Timmy already?
Yeah, no, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
I will not steal your thunder, my friend.
Hopeful for later on NBA TV. More off the mark. Gabe McLaughlin reels in a rebound. This is Zoo Phelps, undrafted out of Texas A&M. Dallas attacking off the bounce, not this time for Matthew Cleveland. He turns it over. John L. Davis on the move. Williams makes the extra pass to the corner, and they connect for three. Jaden Akins.
Good sign by Akins, off to a quick start.
First made three for the Magic. Cisse up to screen for Phelps, who turns down the triple. Hickman surveying, 8 left on the timer. Put it in the hands of Cleveland, see what he can create. Back to the former Zag. Has to be now. Missed it all. Well defended by the Magic. Time out on the floor here in Las Vegas. 1:47 left in the opening frame.
It's kind of a surreal feeling just to be here. I know it's coming up. So I'm just trying to enjoy it, go through it with my family and friends and just have a good time. Once you get up to the very top and kind of get outside, you feel the wind. It's definitely a little scary. Never really seen the city like this. I'm not really a big city kid. This definitely gave me a different view.
Queen! D Queen! Turn this way! Derek! D Queen! My boy. Thank you, bro. Congrats. Congrats, bro.
Well, Randolph, I'm guessing many Mavericks fans would prefer not to look back, but we take a look at their 24-25 season and how quickly fortunes have turned as this applies to the year ahead.
I don't know if there's any ball club that went through such an emotional roller coaster the Mavericks went through a year ago, from losing Luka Doncic and getting Anthony Davis back and still feeling really good about their depth. And then the injuries. I mean, the injuries in the games they missed. You saw the total 363 games. I mean, they had limited bodies. They were almost unable to dress to complete an NBA game. I think if I had a body to play, I might have got a call up and kind of got a 10-day to get some shots up. And that, I mean, they were calling around me, trying to pulling up everybody from G League. I mean, it's just a devastating situation to be in, coming off the trade. Then fortune's changed with the one bounce of the ball.
That's right. Cooper Flag now in their facility in bubble wrap after 2 games here in Las Vegas and looking ahead to training camp. Kyler Kelly could not elevate for that lob from Wendell Moore Jr.
It's going to be tough to complete that lob over Sharp and his length and wingspan. And talking about the Mavericks, I mean, it's just such a fascinating story. You know, as talented as Cooper Flag is, I don't know if you can get into a more tailor-made situation.
Dolan Hickman laces a 3. Elaborate. Say more on that.
I think it's, you're talking about, I teased a friend of mine. I teased Tim Duncan about that, saying that's the best situation the #1 draft pick has been in since he's been drafted. I mean, without him, I think this is a championship caliber team. With him, I think it slows down the recovery of needing Kyrie Irving to come back a little faster than needed now. The matchup you're going to present, I think you saw it in Summer League with Cooper Flag running the point. Because he's a guy, he doesn't want to hang on a perimeter. He will punish smaller guards and Mitchell.
Kyler Kelly with an and one.
Is that a pass or a shot is what I'm at? I'll let you call that.
Yes.
John L. Davis, I think, anticipating the lob. Kelly didn't see it. But he's rewarded with a potential and one here.
Randolph Childers with us, his number 22, retired by Wake Forest. I thought that was a well-timed name drop by you. Very appropriate in terms of dealing with the emotions and the weight of being the #1 pick.
Yeah, it's a lot that comes with that. But he gets to come into a situation with a bunch of veteran guys. And when fully healthy, he's, what, the 3rd option on that team? And oh, by the way, there's a future Hall of Famer in Klay Thompson on the roster as well. It's not too shabby.
Moore still has it, gives it up to Akins deep in the clock. Had the hoist, and they give it over to Dallas with 4.2 left in the first. Orlando has not seen the lead in this opening quarter. Mavericks by as many as 7, and they should get the last. Bring Zurich Phelps over to the hash to inbounds. See what they can get with less than 5 seconds remaining.
Plenty of time to get coast to coast if you need to get a pretty good shot. Lucky didn't turn it over there.
John L. Davis almost got the closing shot. Sue Phelps will gain some ground and try it again. Another deflection by Davis. Akins, that'll count, but it grazes front iron. So a 4-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks after 1. They led by as many as 7 with Miles Kelly leading the way.
Let y'all know it's the blue course right here. All the UK fans come right here and play ball. Fans are crazy out here, as you can see. Climbing through the window and say what's up. This is the place to be when you're a freshman. You're going to stay in this building. Probably have a class somewhere off in another building, but this is mainly where you're going to be. All right, y'all ready? Next spot. Let's go. Every time I talk about basketball, talk about the team, I get goosebumps and chills because I'm going to miss it.
Sprint. Perfect. Good job. Every time. Same intensity. You know the contact's coming.
The guys are stronger than me in the league, and I'm about to use my quickness and fight through the bump and make shots. And that's what I've been working on. Will and using the pads to bum me, and I can't let them bum me off line.
Quick. Head up. Through me, come on.
Offensively, just want to keep working on my game. Hopefully, I can bring the offensive threat with the team I get selected to, and hopefully, it can go a long way. Put in a lot of hard work to get to this moment.
Perfect. Good job.
But just to being a part of the lottery and part of the NBA draft this year is a great experience and a great feeling.
Get to it. Come on, bang out.
I'm here with Miles Kelly, and this is the 5th and last game of Summer League. And Summer League's a grind. How do you keep your team focused when you're almost done with everything?
I mean, we're trying to win games. I think that's the main goal of basketball, is trying to come out here and compete and show people what you can do. And regardless of what type of game it is, everybody got to come and bring their toughness, bring their hard hats, and be ready to win.
And you specifically, two-way player. You went undrafted, then you get that contract. How do you want to finish out your Summer League play?
I mean, on a great note, like I said, we got to come out, get this win, and you want to show people what you can do. And bring your hard hats, come ready to win. I think that's what we're doing today.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate Gianna. And then Sharp gets a block to begin our second frame with his Mavericks leading. Whistle as Jordan Hall drove the baseline. And the Mavs looking for their second win before they head back to Dallas. Orlando trying to salvage a victory here in the Vegas finale for the Magic.
Sharp is making life difficult inside that paint, trying to score over his length. Becoming a problem for the Magic.
Back another foul on John L. Davis, who finished his career at Arkansas after 4 years at FAU. So after a fluid first quarter, a choppy start to the second.
The guys have cooled off a little bit. I think some of that is too. The defense is starting to pick up. Sharp is starting to be really effective in the paint. And
Hall zips a fastball through a couple of hands and out off Dallas.
He's got to put some air under that. That'll be a very hard pass to complete at any level, trying to throw it through the defense. Got to put a little air under that.
Zach Fremantle in the game, working with Akins. Hits the breaks in the lane, spots Davis.
He spotted Sharp on that, saying, no.
And he's deterring shots without even having the block there. Fremantle takes 3 instead.
Now, that is exactly what Fremantle can do. He can space the floor. That's what he's in there for. Playing that stretch 5 right now. So to open up the paint, allow driving opportunity. Sharp's going to have to get out there.
All Big East at Xavier. Hall has the answer.
Hall's a player now. Scored.
Knocked down a couple of field goals, 4 points. Pretty move, but no finish there. Melondis Williams.
Williams plays that big guard spot. If you double team him in a post, he's an elite passer to basketball. Working on that range on that jump shot, but he has vision and ability to advance the ball like that in transition.
Hit ahead to Davis, who brings the whistle. Miles Kelly recovered defensively.
Fremantle decided, I don't want to post you up, but I'll get out here and knock down some threes for you, big fella. You got to come guard me. Here on the defensive end of the floor, I'm surprised to see him switch, but Hall says, nah, you used to guard bigs, not out here dancing with the guards. Shoots the mid-range on him.
And so John L. Davis to the line. In his final season at FAU, he was the 2024 AAC Co-Player of the Year, part of Dusty May's 23 Final Four team with Elijah Martin, too. Off to San Diego State on that Lamont Butler buzzer beater.
Had a lot of expectations on him when he went to Arkansas and struggled early in the year. And when Boogie Flan went down and his role was expanded, I thought he was a big part of Arkansas kind of having a run there to the NCAA tournament, playing as well as anyone when they got to the dance.
Maxwell Lewis. Originally from Las Vegas, playing Summer League back in his hometown. Fremantle again. Too strong. Akins has the long board. Now attacks the closeout. To put a little extra altitude on that one to get it over Sharp. He doesn't get a block, but again made a miss. Now Lewis, 2 feet in the lane. Playing off 2 feet to finish.
That's a great possession there by Moses Cisse there. That's what you want to see. Both teams competing on both ends of the floor right now.
Hey, take your time. Let me come to you. Oh, not down, boy. Woo! Yeah! Keep shooting it. Bingo. Hey! There we go. There we go, White. Help side. Yeah! Good pass. Ah! Stop ball. Stop ball. Help side. Help side. Hey, we gotta be physical. Defensively, we gotta be physical. We gotta match that. Hey, take your time. Let somebody come get you. Talk here. Talk here. Talk here. Just stay straight up. Kyler, put your hands up. Step up. Step up! Yeah, man, man! Yeah, man, man! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Hey. I don't know how I made that. I've been working on that. I don't know why, but good game, boy.
We welcome you back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League here in Las Vegas, where the Dallas Mavericks have led the Orlando Magic from the jump. We're joined by new guard Ryan Nembhard here at courtside. How are you, and how's been your Las Vegas experience?
It's been great, man. It's been great. I'm doing well. Enjoying being out here, enjoying competing, and being around this squad, man. We got a good group of guys over here, so it's been good.
How's your experience been from just this entire process? How's your approach been, and how do you handle it?
It's been good, man. I've been just trying to approach it every single day with that mentality that you got to prove what you could do. So I've been out here trying to show these teams what I could do, trying to show this organization what I could do, and it's been fun.
What's it like to be in street clothes and be a spectator as this winds down?
It's cool, man. It's cool. Obviously, want to be out there competing with the guys, but it's always fun to watch them support these guys, give them a little bit of energy from the bench. So it's fun.
It's always good to be in the company of the #1 draft pick, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You and Cooper,
for sure. A lot of
resting and watching.
A lot of eyes on us. And he's a great dude, you know. He's been so good for us so far. Comes in super selfless, just trying to win every single day, trying to get everybody better, and he's a joy to be around.
How much of your brother helped you, Andrew, helped your development in your game and your growth?
Yeah, he's helped it a lot, you know. He's always been someone I've looked up to since I was a kid. I always could pick his brain, and he gives me all the little things that people don't see. So it's fun being able to have him around and give me those little keys to being successful.
Well, you don't have to be so nice about it, because he took a little shot at you saying he could get at you. You know, he always dominated. You've never beat him. I want to give you a chance to clear all the air up with that.
Yeah, that's Cat. I beat him a few times, for sure.
Okay.
He's won the majority, but I've got him a few times.
Yeah, we don't want to be a Debbie Downer with his finals run. Congratulations.
Sure.
But no, little bro had him, huh?
Exactly.
How about the Gonzaga program and how you feel like your time there prepared you for the next step you're trying to take?
Yeah, I think that was one of the best decisions I made. You know, Coach Few and the staff are there. They really prepare you to be a pro. Give you a lot of autonomy to figure out your schedule and figure out how you're going to get your things done. And it was a great decision for me, and I'm a Zag for life, and that's something that'll be a part of me forever.
What's your big emphasis on your game that you feel as though you have to improve on as you start to establish your NBA career?
Yeah, I think there's just a bunch of things I got to continue to get better. Obviously, with my size, just being able to be a pest on defense, get into guys, make it tough on guys full court, and being able to switch on bigger guys and make it tough. As well as just overall offensive game, being able to score the rock when teams play me for my pass, and be that leader and the floor general for the squad.
There's been a wave of players, not only from Canada, but specifically from the Toronto area. I wonder if you can speak to your roots and the grassroots movement in that area that's really producing top college and NBA talent.
Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of competitive guys over there, a bunch of guys that love hoops and love to compete. So we're all in the same kind of area. We've been playing against each other since we were little kids, and I think it just builds character and builds a community out there.
How have you managed the expectations now? You're coming into a situation here, you and Cooper, where there's a ton of expectations within this organization. I mean, I know they do a really good job right now protecting you guys from that, but once you get closer and closer to the season, it is what it is. How do you feel you guys will adapt to that?
Yeah, honestly, I think there's more pressure on all the older guys and guys that's been in that program for a while now. I'm just getting in here. I'm undrafted, so I'm just looking to compete every single day. I'm blessed with this opportunity, and I'm going to try to compete and try to show these guys what I could do and what I could bring to the table and how I could impact winning. So no pressure on me.
If you were to go back in college, what would you tell your younger self right now?
Wow.
What you've learned through your experience right now in a short period of time?
Yeah. I would say just stay process-oriented, you know, get better every single day. And it might not always go your way, but you'll figure it out. You'll fight through, and you'll get it done eventually.
Ryan, any interfacing with Jason Kidd so far, and did that make an impression on you?
Not much. Talked to him a little bit, but obviously a great all-time player. My brother definitely looked up to him when he was a kid, so someone I'm looking forward to learning from, looking forward to picking his brain and getting all the gems that I can get from him.
It's a great situation for you to get into, to learn this league and it's an outstanding organization. I mean, it's a really good fit transition for you to have a successful career, to get your career going.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think there's a bunch of good vets over here that could give me a lot of wisdom in the game. They've been around it. They've been all-stars. They've been played in finals. So a bunch of people I could learn from, a bunch of people I could gain wisdom from, and I'm excited to learn and take it all in.
Who'd you grow up rooting for or admiring? Do you have any fandom?
Any fandom? Growing up, I loved that little OKC team with KD and Russ and all those guys, and it's fun to watch those guys for sure.
Randolph was hoping to hear his name drop there. Before your time.
Too long.
What's next? How do you bridge the gap between when we'll see you next and now?
Yeah, take some time off, relax. You know, it's been a long process season, full draft process. Definitely got to get some rest in, and then, you know, get stronger, get back to work, and get ready for training camp within the season. So I'm looking forward to it.
Could you speak to that a little bit more, too? Because people don't understand the process to now. I mean, from the time the season ends, you guys are preparing for the draft, and whether you get drafted or not, then you're undrafted, then you summer league and everything. Like, that's an exhausting process. Speaking to that, how your process went, how you felt about it.
For sure, absolutely. You have the whole season. That goes on for a long time, and then you don't really get time to rest. You got to get back in the gym, get ready for these workouts, which are tough. You're flying from city to city, get in late night, and you have to be ready to go in the morning and compete. So it's tough. It's been a long journey. It's been fun, but it's been tough. So I'm excited to get a week, 2 weeks off and relax and take some rest.
What does R&R look like? What does vacation look like for Ryan Nembhard?
Might go overseas with my brother, take a little trip, Greece, France, something like that. So it's good having a brother in the NBA.
That's the perks, huh?
For sure.
He had a long season too, didn't he? He probably deserves some time off.
Definitely needs a couple weeks to just relax, kick back.
Who have you been impressed with your teammates that you've seen so far?
Yeah, I really like Miles Kelly. You know, I think he can really shoot it. Super aggressive. Obviously had a great year at Auburn, but just a great player. I had him in a bunch of my workouts, and I was happy to see him out here with me. Jordan Hall too, big guard, can really pass it, score it, and a floor general out there. So I'm enjoying watching. I hope we can pull out the dub tonight.
You know that guy that just hit a 3 too.
Who's that?
Nolan.
Yeah, my dog. Nolan is my man. You know, it's my backcourt man. Been at it for 2 years with him. I love that guy. Super fun play with him. So happy he's out here with me.
Dallas up big here. They've not relinquished this lead.
You played for one of the great all-time coaches in Mark Few. Tell me the impact that he had on you.
Yeah, I think the impact he had on me was more just obstacle. You know?
Right.
How humble he is, how he approaches every single day. He's not too big on boasting himself up and making it all about him. He's about the team and everyone else. So it was a pleasure to play for a Hall of Famer. I love that guy.
Travel safe. Enjoy Europe. Appreciate your time.
Hello?
Yo, wake up! The Magic, they's shopping jerseys.
Huh?
Yeah, bro, check their IG. Aiden, we're leaving soon.
Oh yeah, I like these. What do you think about these, little Penny?
The Orlando Magic just unveiled their new uniforms, the classic star and pinstripes, honoring the rich history of their most iconic jerseys.
Just in time, he's about to go live.
These are not like the star unis that I wore, but they are certified and they got my stamp of approval.
I got a lot of people in my life conflicted about this. This is all my kids talking about.
There's a whole new generation of Magic fans. I think it's time we look forward to the future.
Well, I think internal and external expectations for the Magic are that they're poised to make the leap. This is the baseline that they're starting from last season.
You got to, first let's start with Paolo Banchero. They got him locked up. What a stud. I mean, what he is, and big-time player and an all-star. But you got to, we talked about it with Desmond Bane coming in, and also Tyus Jones. I mean, getting him in as a point guard as well. They seem to have, with Jalen Suggs, they've got their perimeter locked up, and Wagner signed back for a year. I think this is the highest expectations that the Magic have had in quite some time with back-to-back playoff experience. They're ready to take the next step.
Jones, the free agent signing from Phoenix, former first-round pick. Gonna chip away at the Dallas lead here in the opening half of the Vegas finale here at Summer League for both these programs. Orlando finished strong, too, almost like catapulting themselves into the playoffs and into this offseason, 10 of 14 down the stretch. Hickman made a three while his Zags teammate was on the headset with us, but missing here.
Like so many teams, I just think for the Magic, it's just health as well. I mean, can they take another step? Can they challenge the Knicks? Can they challenge Cleveland?
Whether it's Banchero, Wagner, Suggs, they couldn't get on the court together, right?
Yeah.
Getting that trio together, I feel like that's the refrain we're talking about with so many of these teams, particularly in the Eastern Conference.
It's a great move here again. Wendell Moore Jr. just able to get in the air, hang in the air, take the contact and finish.
They're taking the scoring lead with a chance to get to double figures here. This team still down 10.
Got to tell you my story with this young man.
Please do.
Recruited him in high school again. He's down in Concord, not far, just outside Charlotte. I have never had a kid that's on an official visit at another school text me and wish me happy birthday. His mom was calling my wife and we're talking, and while he's on his official visit at Duke, he calls me and wishes me happy birthday. I'm thinking, oh man, we're going to get this kid. So he has his press conference, he takes out his hat, he has a couple of hats on the table, and we're sitting there thinking there's no, he's coming to Wake Forest. He flips over that Duke hat, and I was sick. I mean, sick. Thinking like, man, this unbelievable kid, family. I'm cheering for him, but he broke my heart.
Trying to get him to pick your alma mater,
yeah,
right?
I did. I tried to get him.
Do you have a chance to revisit that story with him at any point?
No.
Just let it go.
I just let it go. I just let it go. But I told him afterwards, though, you hurt my heart. But no, he just tells you the quality of the game. He's always stayed in contact with us. And he's just a special young man, and I'm cheering for him, hoping he can resurrect his career here. He's off to a good start here.
Alou Diarra with some rare burn and a bucket at the other end. Tipped in, or was it? Labissiere with a violation.
And Labissiere mistimed his jump there. Great pass. You know, if you play with Alondas Williams, he's always looking to pass the basketball, and got to be able to collect and finish that one, even if you don't have to dunk it. Just put it off the glass.
Jalen Crutcher with the reach there. Call a foul on his birthday.
No, that's tough. The officials got to let him slide on that one, right?
Newly minted 26-year-old. Had a strong showing as part of the starting lineup on Wednesday for these Magic. 14 points, 3 assists, couple steals.
How about Kelly? He's really taking on the point guard responsibilities for this Magic, and not just, you know, TV time out. I mean, he's doing it the entire game. And I know he had really good ball handling skills for a guard, but seeing him run the team is something, and he's just showing you with his size and his position flexibility.
Signed a 2A with Dallas, undrafted out of Auburn, played with Janai Broom, who's next here on NBA TV. Final minutes of our opening half. More off the mark. Nolan Hickman will board it and bring it for Dallas. Kelly off the ball fake, thought about 3. Now does get it to the corner. Matthew Cleveland puts his back to the basket. Turns on Moore, rejected by Labissiere. Crutcher leads the break. Moore tees up a 3. Could knock it down in transition. Offensive rebound and putback also missed.
Starting to see some of the things these guys need to work on from Moore. You won't get an open look like that very often. You got to knock those down. And for Labissiere, you got to finish. You get the ball that close to the rim.
5 seconds between the clocks as Miles Kelly operates from distance. 8 left. Hickman checks his toes and strikes a 3. Kelly on the quick turnover has time to tack on from just across midcourt. And they'll go to the locker room up 48-32, expanding their largest lead.
Strong half there by the Mavericks, extending their lead in the second quarter.
Go, next, go! Okay, hold it. Get the ball, pass it, turn it up.
Today we're at the University of Pretoria. We're doing a junior NBA basketball clinic, and what we're doing is we're just imparting some skills on dribbling, passing, shooting, and all the fundamentals of basketball. What we like to see in junior NBA is lots of smiles, lots of fun. You know, that's when the kids learn more. If you make the experience enjoyable, the kids pay more attention, they're more engaged.
We learned a lot from the coaches, got a lot of insight. Good to see people take interest in it, and it's a good sign to see.
You're not giving anywhere. You're getting work by giving good passes.
You're gonna move like this, what?
Look, there's a lot of energy. It's beautiful, man. It brings a lot of hope to us young African kids that, you know, one day we could play at that level. It brings a lot of hope.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. Racing, guys. That's how you make a mistake.
We have a lot of young talent, and we'd like to thank you, NBA Africa, so much for coming here and just, you know, improving our basketball.
4, 5, 6, 7.
La NBA vuelve a México.
Paso de 3. La suelta Klay Thompson.
Encesta Anthony Davis.
Cargan arriba con tablero doble.
Nos vemos el 1 de noviembre en la Arena Ciudad de México.
Welcome back to NBA Summer League. Mavs up on the Magic at halftime, 48-32. You're looking at beautiful Las Vegas, sunny and hot. The Mavericks rookie, Cooper Flagg, not playing today, but look at his minutes, look at his time, look at his points all throughout Summer League. He's been the talk of the event. With that in mind, let's take a look behind the scenes at how he spent draft night.
Just working with Boss, talking to my family, and trying to get the look that I like. Nice little watch from Hublot. It's really dope. The accessory that I'm wearing tonight. My man looking sharp. Almost matching. Both got the red bottoms on. Other than me, there's Liam, Asa, Derek, Kaman, Khan, Sion, and Tyrese. So 7.
Does it make it a little more special you get to go through this moment with them?
For sure. For sure. Being here with my guys.
6'9" forward from Newport, Maine. Number 2, Cooper Flagg.
This is incredible. It's such a surreal feeling just to be here, have this moment, share it with my family, my friends that are here. I can't describe the feeling. Well, what's taking so long?
With the first pick, the Dallas Mavericks select Cooper Flagg.
There's such a purity to this moment. A young man sharing his childhood dream, realized with his mother, Kelly.
I'm so proud of you. I love you so much, baby. It brought a lot of emotions out. My mom means everything to me. She's my biggest supporter, my biggest fan, and my biggest helper. Man, I'm really happy for you. Thank you. I feel like I have a chance that not a lot of guys in my position have had. And then just to be around those type of guys every single day, I want to be a sponge. I want to learn as much as I can. So I'm really excited for that. That's better than anything you can ever dream of. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's incredible.
The USA is going to be okay.
So the sky is not falling.
No. But that was a powerful dunk by Ricochet.
Great switch. Good initial defense by Champagny.
Oh, great block by Sarr. Oh, threw it back a second time.
Woo-hoo.
Higher game.
Shepard again. This time off the drive.
Portland just 3 of 11. Castle and 1.
And slow-footed on the defensive end, right? For turnovers and just getting into pace.
Ryan Rupert. We mentioned the French invasion. Oh, okay, Bob Carrington. Whoa. Jealous. Yeah, this is.
Look where the pass is. Nowhere near the rim. They wanted him to be more aggressive offensively here.
And where caught a body, all 7'5" of Sharp.
Lane and throws second defender. Watch Larson. Here comes the help by Sharp. He can't get back.
Spraying out for a 3, but that's just Klingen's effect. Klingen now coming.
Oh, the big man rising to the occasion.
Third quarter. Yes. Fest. Yes. Klingen getting up.
LaRavia in the paint finds Edie. Such an easy target.
Yeah, Chris. It's easy to find a big man. Chris
still with a big bucket for the Heat. 3 threes for him today. 3-pointer by Wells plus a foul. So a 4-point chance for Jalen Wells. Misi to Ford, back door. Too strong. Misi cleaning it up. Keeps his eyes up. Crosses up, Minot. Righty roll is good. +1.
Back in Las Vegas, and welcome back to the NBA 2K26 Summer League. Today is the 5th game and the finale for the Dallas Mavericks and the Orlando Magic, with Mavericks leading the entire way, holding their largest lead at the break of 16. Randolph and JB with you. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon. Always feels good to get out of Dodge with a win. That's what Dallas is trying to do here in these next.
And they're doing a really good job of just moving the basketball. Everybody's chipping in. and figuring a way and finding a way of scoring. The Magic is just struggling to get anyone else involved in the game on the offensive end of the floor besides Wendell Moore Jr. But Lewis is off to a really good start, getting to his spots, driving it. He's 3 of 3 from behind the three-point line. We knew coming in he's a big guard that could score from deep, and he has not disappointed in the first half. And Wendell Moore Jr. is just, he is the offense right now for the Orlando Magic, just getting to his spots. As good as advertised, we talked about him in the open. He has not disappointed, but he's got to find some help. Someone on the offensive end of the floor has got to step up for the Orlando Magic to get their first win.
He's got 10 of their 32. Looking for the supporting cast in these next 2 quarters as Orlando has hit 4 of 19 from behind the arc.
And when you watch him, you're just wondering where's he going to come from? Who's going to step up? And Londas Williams has been really aggressive but unable to knock down shots, and his skill set is really as a passer, but they've just struggled from behind the three-point line. Only 4 of 19 in the first half. Someone has got to get it going here.
Part of it is the talent drain, right, as they sit their drafted trio of Jace Richardson, Noah Penda, and Tristan Da Silva today in Game 5 of Summer League. See who else can shine with 2 quarters to go. Bessiere on the handoff. Jalen Crutcher, the birthday boy, finds Ethan Thompson. Rattles a 3. That's the start that Orlando wanted.
Great design play coming out of the halftime.
Jordan Hall had a good first 2 quarters. Leaves it on the iron. Cylinder violation. Yeah, we're going the other way. D'Aria, 6'9", getting airborne. All right, so they'll challenge and we'll give you the outcome on the other side.
This whole process, the whole experience, you only get to do it one time. I mean, this is my dream, to be here, to be in these moments. Just trying to enjoy it, every second of it, and just soak it all in.
My basket to the right here, Harper, Flagg, and Johnson.
Really cool experience and a good environment to be around and be here.
Yep. Yeah, good. 135.5. You go. 145. Last one.
I think that's the biggest thing that I pride myself on, is being really versatile, impacting the game in a ton of different ways at a high level, making a ton of winning plays. I'm just trying to get better all around. The handle, the shot, the defense, the physicality. I always know there's more to do, there's more to get better at, so I'm never really satisfied.
Yeah, Coop.
This is something that I've been dreaming about since I was a little kid, so just a rush of emotions, a rush of happiness, excitement for the future and the next chapter. Sharing that with my family will be an incredible experience.
Welcome back to Summer League. When we left you, the call on the floor was that Diarra was in the cylinder there. Dallas quickly challenged that. We'll see if Josh Broghammer was right.
It is deemed a successful challenge. Even though the ball makes contact with the basket ring, it is coming off the basket. Therefore, we have a successful field goal. Orlando will retain ball on the baseline, and we resume play from there.
All right, from the other side of the floor, and that mic, we'd like to introduce our next guest, Jace Richardson, over here at the table with us. Great to sit down with you. Tell us about your week so far in Las Vegas.
It's been a fun experience. Get to play different guys that I've played on the circuit and in college, and just getting better with these guys.
We talked to Ryan Nembhard earlier as an undrafted free agent. You're a first-round draft pick. How was your process leading up to the draft?
Super difficult. Just getting in work with the new guys, trying to get everybody accustomed to it, and just a lot of hard work. Showing that I can guard at different levels, different guys, and I'm able to handle the physicality.
Read in a couple of different places that you may have been the best fit outside of the lottery for any team in the NBA. Does that resonate with you, and if so, why?
Most definitely. I think Orlando was really a spot for me where I felt like I could be myself. A lot of great people, in the organization, and a lot of people I can learn from.
Growing up with a famous dad, following his footsteps, even in his college decision. Let's talk about that and his influence on the impact on your basketball career.
He's been such a big help for me. I really call him my blueprint because he's got to where I want to be at. So definitely taking any advice I can from him. And then just going into Michigan State, I already knew where I was going into with Coach Izzo and, you know, the toughness that goes into that. So kind of felt like I was already kind of laid out for that.
What are some of your fondest memories from East Lansing?
Man, there's so many. I think one that really sticks out, senior night for me. Such a fun experience to play with those guys on our last night. And, you know, the atmosphere was amazing. We're playing Michigan, so you know how rivalry games get. But it was super enjoyable and a super great experience.
Let's take our audience behind the scenes. This was up on the concourse the other night, taking some time out of your day to throw a few lefty autographs down, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I lived here for 3 years, so always coming back here. It's so fun to play here and see people that I went to high school with, so it's always a great experience being back in Vegas.
Playing for Tom Izzo, and I'm on record saying he is my current. He's my favorite college coach there is. How did playing for him prepare you? Because some people get him wrong. They think his toughness, he really loves you guys hard. He coaches you hard, but he loves you hard is what I like to say. And talk about his impact on you as a person and a player.
Oh, his impact is huge on me. I think one of the biggest things is that he really cares about us more as people than we are as players. And that's always kind of resonated with me. And just, you know, how he's treated me and my family throughout this process. He's always been by my side. I mean, he was here a couple days ago for the game. So just having him as a support system now is super huge. And then just playing for him, I felt like I learned a lot, especially film watching. He's big on film watching, so I think that's one thing I really took from him.
Resting today, obviously, but I'm impressed with how poised and how fresh you look. It's been an exhausting gauntlet for you, hasn't it? The college season ended?
Most definitely. You know, going through the pre-draft, it was a lot of tough workouts. And then, you know, coming in here, playing a couple tough games against a couple guards that really defend really well. I really felt like it helped me.
Anything that maybe you didn't know that jumped out at you in terms of that process and what you learned?
Just the pace. I think the first game, I was a little bit winded in that first game. I'm not used to the NBA pace quite yet. But I think that pace at first took me a while to get used to. But then once I started getting throughout the game, I started feeling it and started, you know, getting better with it.
Is there any phase of the game outside the pace that you know, hey, I got a lot of work to do to catch up with these guys as you in my transition to college?
Definitely just physicality. I think physicality is going to be a big point for me, especially being a smaller guard in the league. You always want to be physical and show that you can defend at different levels and bigger guys. So just showing I can do that.
You know, you're used to winning, right? You have the expectation of winning. When you read press clippings, when you watch TV, and you hear the way people are talking about the Orlando Magic and the opportunity they have in the East this year, what does that mean to you, and how does that motivate your prep for your rookie year?
I mean, it means a lot when you're going to a team that's possibly contending for a championship. You want to do anything you can to help, whether that's being on the floor or being off the floor and being a great teammate. So just coming in, being a great person, being a great teammate, and, you know, just supporting my guys.
How would have you been told yet how your role is going to be? Is it going to be primary on the ball, or will it be a combination of both, or off the ball? How do you anticipate your rookie year going?
Just any way I can help, but in my mind, possibly being on the ball, you know, being a playmaker that I can be, and then also playing off of it. I feel like I can score at all three levels and defend, so doing a little bit of both.
You know, being a second-generation star, I wonder if there's any, you know, analog in the space, people that you've talked to, related to, in terms of what's that like and how you can make the most of it, make the best of it, like you and your family have.
Definitely. I feel like there's been a couple of people throughout this process I kind of can relate to. I mean, Jet Howard's one guy on my team that he kind of can relate to me in this process. So, you know, just talking to guys like that and, you know, just hearing their side of, you know, how it feels to be, you know, a second-generation player.
Outside of your dad, who's had a big impact, or who's someone you had a big influence that you watched growing up to impact your style of play?
Me, a lot of Russell Westbrook, just his intensity and how he plays the game. He's always going to play with energy. Kyrie with his finishing. And then as of lately, a lot of Mike Conley, just the way he's able to, you know, impact the game at his size. He can score, he can play make, and he can defend. So I feel like it's one person I've really been watching a lot.
You know, we watch the games and we see the parade of contests over the course of this week, but behind the scenes, there's so much more going on, right? Can you tell us about the work that you and your teammates and coaches are doing behind the scenes to prepare yourself for training camp?
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of work that we really put into coming into this. A lot of practices, a lot of, you know, 5-on-5. I think one big thing for us was getting to learn how everybody plays with each other. So, you know, a week, 2 weeks together, you got to really learn how everybody plays and, you know, what their shots are, how they can play and, how physical they can be. So I feel like that's kind of one thing we really worked on.
Maxwell Lewis hits that 3 and sends us to timeout. Jace, hang with us. We'll finish up after this, okay?
I was thinking about how your March Madness run was pretty awesome in Nevada.
Yeah, what a run, yeah.
And this time of year, it's like everybody gets ramps back up for the memories. Are you still really into it?
Oh yeah, I still see players I used to play against, and I had a couple guys. Who was it recently? I forgot. One of my good friends is I played against in that Cincinnati game that we kicked out, and it's crazy, like still running into guys I used to play against and stuff like that. Especially during that run, that run was crazy. And that's what I was saying. Elbert in the strength and training, he was with us at Nevada that first year.
Okay, wait, Nevada, because I wasn't sure if that.
Yeah, so he was with us, and then I think that was the year he left. The year we made that run.
Okay.
So yeah, he's got a lot of Nevada stories too. So.
I love it. Well, was it Mountain West when you were there?
Yeah, Mountain West, yeah.
So I went to SMU, and we were in the Mountain West for like a minute in the WAC and like kind of moved around all the time. But
I like SMU. SMU's always been good too.
Thanks.
Yeah,
we're trying. We're trying.
We're
working.
Here's the resume for Jace Richardson as he joins us once again courtside at Thomas & Mack, the son of 13-year NBA pro Jason, all Big Ten honors and the 25th pick in the most recent draft and getting set for his rookie season with the Orlando Magic. They trailed the Mavericks by 20 here, but that's no fault of Jason's in street clothes today. We were just talking off the air about your time at Bishop Gorman and how you were privileged to have some high school teammates see you make your pro debut here at Summer League.
Yeah, I mean, it's special, coming back here, having a couple people that I used to play with come watch and support me, having that support system here, it's really helpful.
And you were saying that I was under the process of thinking it was always Michigan State. You were saying it wasn't just a slam dunk you were going to Michigan State. Elaborate.
Yeah, I think my recruitment process was really tough. There were 3 schools that I really liked in Alabama, Cincinnati, and Michigan State. And then I think a week before I told my parents I was going to go to Alabama. And then took my Michigan State visit, and I just never looked back from there. The team was super friendly. It felt like brothers to me. And then just the coaching staff, they were all welcoming, and I just felt like it was the right spot for me. So I didn't tell Coach until like five hours before I committed on ESPN. I was like, yeah, Coach, I think I'm coming to Michigan State. And he just looked at me, jaw dropped. And just a great time, great experience.
Will Orlando be familiar, comfortable for you? Have you visited there?
Yeah, with my dad playing there, I've been around there a couple times. I remember running around the arena, probably tearing up the family room at Amway Center at the time. So definitely familiar with Orlando.
Beautiful new practice facility as well, just a couple years minted.
Yeah, it's amazing. When I first was going through my pre-draft process, I was like, I've never seen a facility like this, and it was really incredible.
On your current Summer League team, has anyone stood out to you and impressed you? I know everyone can look at the record and go, oh, this team hasn't won a Summer League game, but you've played with these guys and been with these guys for weeks now. Who's impressed you?
Wendell Moore Jr. I think the energy that he's bringing to our team right now, the past 3 games, he's been mainly our go-to guy as of right now. He's putting pressure on the rim. He's getting to the basket. He's defending 3 positions. So I definitely feel like he's been our biggest impact so far.
I hope you have a couple days off, if not weeks, in your future. Any plans on how you'll spend it?
Probably go back home, see my family members. My brother, he's playing AAU ball right now, so go check him out and see how he's doing.
I got a serious question that I think Dad wants to know. Does this now mean you're off the payroll or you're still on Dad's payroll? Let's get this cleared out of the way. I know Dad wants to know.
Oh, I'm definitely off the payroll now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I have to get my own Netflix subscriptions, all that now. So I definitely got to pay for my own stuff. I was kind of expecting that when I first was going through this process. And as soon as I got drafted, my dad was like, yeah, you got to get off everything now. So
no, they're changing the passwords.
Yep, changing all the passwords, kicking me out.
You got to grow up sometime.
Still coming around at mealtime.
Yeah. He's still home. Show Mom will keep coming around. She's going to cook for him. He's still going to be Mama's baby forever. That won't change.
Oh, definitely.
A couple Oregon State Beavers there. Ethan Thompson and Kyler Kelly. on the misconnection. Ethan's a great dude. I love that family too. Another great basketball family.
Have you had a chance to go back to Michigan State and talk to any of those guys as well?
I'm actually going back after this. Just wanted to check in on all my guys, see how they're doing. We've been texting. That group we had last year, we're so close. I mean, we got Jaden Akins on the summer league team with me. And, you know, just having somebody like that, and I shared that bond with him, super special.
You know, as young as you are, sometimes players will get into a professional setting. They'll have more time to develop, right? There's a reason why player development is so important on the coaching staffs of these NBA teams and locker rooms. What's something that you plan to go to work on to pour your extra time in as you prepare for your first NBA season?
Definitely just getting, you know, more accustomed to being on the ball. Last year was really a year I didn't really play my true position. You know, I was playing off the ball majority of the season. So, you know, just getting back into that feel of, you know, being a point guard and, you know, getting back into that role.
Think about that, Randolph?
A little. Just a little.
If you were the coach, what would you say to inspire your magic here, to make a little push here before it's too late?
Stops. We got to get stops right now. I think defense leads to easy offense, so we need to come out, get a couple stops right now. Try to go on a run and try to force them to call a timeout right now.
When you played, you notice a difference in the physicality with the 10 fouls to give, that everyone had a little bit more margin?
Oh, most definitely. I think guys are a lot more aggressive when they know they got 10 instead of 6. So, you know, guys are going to, you know, use those fouls to their advantage. So,
especially the defensive guys.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Just going to be a lot of more grabbing, a lot of more pushing and shoving. But, you know, you got to get used to that.
Well, congratulations, my man. It's been fun to watch you play.
I appreciate that.
Chase your dream. It's excited, super excited to see what your future holds.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We'll let you get out of here and get to your travels, your family time, your off season. Looking forward to your debut campaign.
Thank you.
All right, Chase Richardson, the 25th overall pick of the Orlando Magic out of Michigan State, joining us courtside here. Cool second-generation conversation, because I know that's close to your heart too, raising kids that are athletes.
Yeah, but it's close to my heart because I wanted him to elaborate on getting off the payroll. My kids are still slow to get off the payroll. Like, what's going on?
Something tells me you're going to be clipping that off the air and text.
I hope someone tweets that and I can retweet it and send it to my kids. See what happens? It's called adulting. Make sure my wife can't hear me in here. She's behind me. She's probably looking.
I'd still be logging in with like Orlando Magic 11 or 19th pick 2025, something like that. Alondas Williams, a Wake Forest product. At the line. I know you want to talk, but let's let Gianna get in here.
You know, thanks for the time. Dude, man. And if anyone's familiar with him, that's what everyone calls him. Actually, Coach has been right next to me this whole game. I've heard it maybe 30 times. And Man was a nickname that his mother actually bestowed upon him. And it really just speaks to his energy level and his personality. The 2023-2024 most improved player in the G. And he's actually shot 55 points in the G, once shot 70% from the field at a point. So today, maybe uncharacteristic shooting from him, but this is a guy that can get going.
Gianna, and now you can wax poetic about Wake Forest and how it set him up for...
No, he did. I mean, he transferred in from Oklahoma and just exploded on the scene. I mean, he's a big guard and he's an elite passer. It's just the inconsistency of playing without the basketball, attack you off the bounce as well. Just be great for him if he can get on that Orlando Magic roster. Or any roster for that matter. I think the only thing that hurts him is just that team is just so good and ready to take a huge step.
You know, Randolph, that's the part about today, right? Is many of the players who project as either rostered or two-way or Exhibit 10 guys are either resting or preparing for training camp. The auditions now are for all eyes.
Yes.
Domestic and abroad.
Yes, they are. And you get opportunities from abroad. You'll have teams watching, teams here scouting. And again, but you have to make decisions. And guys like that, when Moore being a former first-round draft pick, he definitely feels he belongs. And a lot of these guys, it's going to take, like we said, we've been saying all weekend, you got to invest in your journey, whether it's a couple of years in the G League, but you can't go back and forth early trying to go Europe or G League because the styles of play are totally different. And guys don't understand that until they get in those situations.
Jaden Akins with the steal on the runouts. Diarra with the free throw opportunity coming.
seems to be a lid on the basket for the Magic. For everyone outside of Wendell Moore Jr. is the only Magic in double figures.
He's made 5 of their 18 field goals on a tough shooting afternoon here in Las Vegas. I want to tell you that the Emirates NBA Cup tips on October 31st. The much anticipated tournament returns with all 30 teams in group play and 8 advancing to the knockout rounds. But only one will capture the cup. Visit NBA.com/NBA Cup to learn more. NBA.com/NBA Cup. This back half, and Jaden Akins has the rebound. Jason's teammate just chatting with us this time. Kyler Kelly skies to bring it down from the rafters.
Kelly able to bring that lob down that time. We talked about the vision from Alondas Williams there. Throwing that alley-oop from half court.
Recalibrated that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he threw it up.
Into the catch radius of Kyler.
His vision is elite. I mean, he's a really gifted passer of the basketball.
Cleveland from inside the line. Kelly's there for the board. More crossing over at the three-point line. Ran into 2 defenders. Out to Williams. Could not get the bounce. Extra possession in the hands of Moore. John L. Davis. What'd you say about that lid?
It's a lid on the basket right now for the Magic. And you can't ask for a more open shot than they just got there. Good extra pass by Moore. John L. Davis unable to knock it down. Look at the vision there and where he throws it from. Great job by Kelly knowing where he is, catching and finishing. If you're a big, you want a rim run. Put pressure on the rim.
Kyler got his name in an NBA box score this past season. Played in 11 games with the Mavs and also the Pelicans. And Ochili Killen in the box score as well.
Love the name.
Obina and Ochili Killen from Marshall, where he was the Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year.
Showing you he can stretch the defense as well.
6 seconds, the difference in clocks. End of the third quarter. Zurich Phelps dead on the dribble. Over to Matthew Cleveland with 3. Now with 1. Able to create his own. 4 lefts. Here come the Magic. They cough it up in transition, and it's been that kind of afternoon for Orlando. They'll wave off Matthew Cleveland's bank from midcourt.
And that's also been the type of evening it's been for the Orlando Magic. Just as that shot going in. When it's your moment, it's your moment. I think it's good.
The injuries, the Mavs were in desperate need of a big man. Enter Kai Jones.
Big time finish. The rim rocker by Kai Jones. To find him on the roll. Nice drop off for the cutting Jones.
We're judged on energy and effort, and that's all we're looking for, for him in this game, is to bring that energy and effort and then build from there.
In early March, Dallas signed him to a 10-day contract, hoping he could step in and fill the void.
Marshall Loving finishing Jones again.
Good hand that Jones has.
In the same game as the devastating loss of Kyrie Irving, the Mavs got an unexpected boost from Kai Jones.
Underneath, Jones hammers it home.
Putting up 21 points and 8 rebounds, making several heads turn.
What Kai's done, he's done it at a high level, being able to score, rebound, and change shots. What Kai's done here in the short amount of time has been really, really good for us.
But the injury bug hit even the new guy on the roster, and it wasn't until 16 days later that Kai Jones returned.
I'm joined with Wendell Moore Jr. You guys shot 27% at the half from the field, now over 30%. How do you guys get to your spots and get going offensively?
Honestly, I think it starts with our defense. We got to be able to get stops out. We got to transition and kind of do what we do best. They've made a lot of shots where you had to kick the ball out, walk it up, fake it to say defense. That's going to be tough for anybody.
And Orlando has a few two-way contract slots available. How has that affected how you approach Summer League?
Yeah, I just want to come in with a professional approach. Not just for Orlando. Obviously I'm playing for them in the Summer League, but it's really a chance for all of us. Go ahead. It's an opportunity for all 30 teams. So, I think we're all taking advantage of it. It's been a great week.
Thank you so much.
Coach Wendell said it best, right? Jaden Akins gets the steal in the run out, and that gets started here in our fourth quarter. Magic need a whole lot more of that to close the deficit. Dallas hitting the offensive glass, but Gabe McLaughlin missing.
I think they're struggling when in the half-court set. They got to play with more pace when they're in transition. You're not scoring. You find it hard to crack in this defense of the Mavericks when it's in the half-court. You get a chance to push. You got to put pressure on that rim.
Alondis Williams a bit flat on the three.
I thought he had a better opportunity there if he just attacked in transition and get in the paint. Good things happen. But his ability to pass the basketball.
Magic get another steal. Nate Santos. Foul on the pass.
Shawnell Davis, even on that three, was hesitant before the whistle was blown, and you got to be ready to pull the trigger on that. I know you're struggling from behind the arc. They started 1 for 10. They're now 6 of 28, but you break the streak by being ready and taking open shots. You don't take contested ones, but that one's no hesitation. You got to let that go. Everyone, including your coaches, live with open threes, and you miss.
Akins turns it over.
And that's why they're struggling, too. The Mavericks defense is identifying that these guys are struggling from behind the three-point line. They're really sagging off everybody, sitting in gaps. Can't let it shake your confidence. Got to take open shots.
Speaking of shake, Drew Phelps showing some. Could not finish the highlight. Now to the corner. Trying to go to work on Zach Fremantle. Caught up in the air with nowhere to go.
Head over to Havens Nation. Got to be careful of jumping.
Williams the lob. No finish on the back end. McLaughlin. Not this time.
Like right now, he's playing on his heels. Got to go at him.
Fremantle turns down the three to drive baseline. Gets bailed out by the whistle.
But that's what Alondis Williams can do. Attack in transition, force help. Present an opportunity, so if you don't get the assist, you'll get the hockey assist off that penetration and transition.
A couple subs for Dallas, including Nolan Hickman. Knocked down a three in our first half. Also Matt Cross, who started this game. Cross played for Miami, Louisville, UMass, and SMU over the course of his college career. 43 in blue.
Yeah, Matt Cross is a guy that I know is not affected by this pace. He played at SMU, and they played at one of the faster paces in the country. So you can see him run up and down the court now. The pace of this game will not affect him. But he needs someone to set the table for him, as he's at this level. He's more of a catch-and-shoot guy.
Foul away from the basketball.
Question for Matt Cross: can he develop into a 3-and-D guy? We know he can shoot the three, but can he defend on the perimeter?
First foul of the quarter on the Magic. So side out of bounds. Hickman will initiate the Dallas offense. Here's Cross. The three portion is pure.
We talked it up. No, he's comfortable doing that. Again, he's got a couple things that helped him out. The pace of the game won't bother him the way it's bothered some of his other rookies. But now he's got to defend on the perimeter.
Akins wiped away. Alou Diarra getting some burn here in game 5.
Yeah, Matt Cross with range. Great mechanics on his shot. He was ready to go. Got to run him off the line.
Fremantle connects. Zach Fremantle, former Xavier star.
Sean Miller with Xavier.
Hickman, nicely done. A nifty take.
Yes. No more as a shooter that time. He crafty off the bounce. Showing you a little wiggle.
A late whistle here to the dismay of the Dallas Mavericks. In total control with 6.5 to go.
Just coming down with the in and out, get the angle and the finish off the glass.
Former Utah State Player of the Year as a prep. Was WCC All-Conference first team last year, averaging nearly 11 per. Running with Ryan Nemhart. Speaking of teammates, here's Jaden Akins, another Michigan State product from Farmington, Michigan.
Another Sparty. Magic have got to sit down on the defensive end of the floor. The time is now. They've got to get stops if they want to have any chance of getting back in this game.
Yara with a nice pass to Cross, who's fouled on a wedgie.
What these young men will learn is you got to be able to do something. You've got to be able to defend. You've got to guard the basketball if you want to have a chance at even making the team. Summer League, G League, or the big club. Got to guard.
Now somehow, Randolph, that reminded me that at the end of the third quarter, we had the near buzzer beater by Matthew Cleveland. That was ruled no good, no shot on the floor. They did review that between periods, and the call on the floor was correct. So I know you were rooting for it.
I was.
You made a little bit of a verbal case going to commercial, but for anyone still waiting on us to circle back to that.
Sorry. It's not the last time I'll be wrong. It's okay. I'm used to it. So my wife says.
You weren't as dismayed as the crowd here at
I didn't. Crowd agreed with me. I should get some credit for that. Yeah. Well, they were playing. They agreed with me. I jumped out there early on my decision.
John L. Davis hangs and hits. Yara handles a dribble and gets to that left hand. Fremantle pulls it down on the glass. Lazar Stefanovic, by way of Utah and UCLA on the floor. His first appearance for the Magic. Lefty triple. That goes begging. Missed by Jaden Akins. There's Nate Santos winding up in the opponent's bench to send us to a timeout. All Dallas.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
I fear turtles. Furniture. Fear. Fear. Figure. Fear. Turtles. Turtles. I fear turtles. I figure turtle. Rose. I just can't with the yelling, dude. Doesn't start with a G. Bro, stop doing the face thing. Just say it. Why are you yelling at me? Turtles. 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 Stop. Yo, Francie.
So with Kyrie Irving on the mend with that torn ACL, the Mavericks signed D'Angelo Russell to fill in at the 1 with Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively II. know, from your perspective, I'm curious, with so many options in the Mavericks front court, how do they piece this together, and where does Cooper Flagg slot in?
I think his ability to handle the ball and initiate offense, and we saw that on display here in Summer League in Vegas. I think he helps that void as a big guard that's going to force you to make decisions, because you do not want to switch smaller defender on Cooper Flagg with his ability to pass the basketball. He'll force rotation and force double teams, and anywhere from a 1-2-3 and a small ball 4, I think you're comfortable putting him at anyone, against anyone in the NBA, even as a rookie. But his vision and unselfishness is an ideal fit and a perfect timing for the Dallas Mavericks. They had championship expectations even prior to getting the #1 pick. And now you get Cooper Flagg. I think he just keeps that window open for a longer amount of time, whereas before, led by Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, you thought it was only going to be 2 or 3 years.
Well, that certainly seemed to be the mandate, right? In his 2 games here in Las Vegas, put him on the ball as much as possible.
I think you had to do it because you needed to know what it looked like. And you saw early, I mean, I just think the excitement, the nerves from the first game. You know, we talked about from all the other draft picks how the lead up to it, you can imagine tenfold what he was going through, being pulled in so many different directions. But when he settled down his second game, I mean, he went from 31, and it was clear he's as good at advertising.
It's a good problem to have, I think, in Dallas.
Phenomenal problem to have for organization and a group of guys that went through so much. I mean, injuries a year ago. Nico being drugged, his name, the situation being drugged through the mud. Just a great comeback, great story.
Just under 4 to go between Dallas and Orlando here in Las Vegas.
What do you call an illegally parked frog?
What?
Toad. You heard the rumor going around about butter? No, never mind. I shouldn't spread it. Why should you never write with a broken pencil?
Why?
Because it's pointless.
What do you call a duck that gets all A's?
A duck that gets all A's? A straight quack student.
A wise quacker.
A wise quacker. What car does a sheep drive?
What car does a sheep?
A sheep drive.
A wool, something.
I don't know. A Lamborghini. A lamb.
Okay, I get it.
A lamb.
Pretty obvious what Orlando needed to do this offseason: improve their floor spacing, their three-point shooting, and they were aggressive in the trade for Desmond Bane.
And I think you had to be. You're talking about a guy that's just made himself such a player growing up in that Memphis system and earned and developed himself into a really good NBA player. And his ability to stretch the defense, again, you got a dominant player like Paulo Banchero. You want to surround him with shooting.
Magic throwing a zone look at Dallas here out of the stoppage. Underneath the 4-minute mark, and Matthew Cleveland has a free throw to follow.
Try to throw something different. Nothing has worked for the Orlando Magic on the defensive end of the floor. Just unable to get stops. Right there, finish. Taking a contact by Matthew Cleveland.
The other thing with the Magic is, yes, it's a win-now temperament, and why not? Because they've made the playoffs, now they need to get over the hump, and they see the opportunity, but they've also secured their near-term future, right? It's not a one-year play having their nucleus of Banchero and Wagner and Suggs under contract now for the next 5 seasons, and Bane under contract through 2029.
You expect, I think the memo for both of these clubs here is heightened expectations next year, but it's health. Can they remain healthy? And you love the depth for the Magic. For the Mavericks and what they have already established. But now for the Magic, back-to-back playoff appearances, We talked about the injury bugs and the teams that seem to have come back to the pack, like Boston maybe. If you're coming into the season for the Orlando Magic next year, it's got to be heightened and got to be super excited about it.
I was reminded seeing Tristan da Silva, second-year draft pick, resting today in street clothes, that he shot 33.5% from behind the arc as a rookie. Respectable. He's a threat, and I think some growth in that area, which I know he's capable of, having seen a lot of his games in college, could be another, kind of marginal improvement from the perimeter for a team that desperately needs shooting, as you described.
And I think that'll help Jace. I mean, him coming in, he'll be able to come in day one. That's one skill set he doesn't have to worry about working on. He'll be able to come through the door and knock down open threes, and he's going to get those shots. Your game's a lot easier when you're playing with a superstar, and that's what Paulo Banchero has become. He's developed himself into it, and he's going to create so many shots because not only is he a big 6'10" guy, but his ability to beat guys off the bounce and just put so much pressure on teams. Just open up looks, and he's a really good passer as well.
It reminded me a bit of the conversation we had last night about Reed Sheppard, right? He was kind of shut down for his second summer league as well in Houston. But not only are they expecting him to make the leap individually, now in the construct of a Kevin Durant offense, think about some of the looks that he's going to get.
Playing with a truly great player that no one can defend one-on-one makes the game so much easier for everyone else. And I think you're going to see a big jump like that in Houston with Reed Sheppard because they didn't have a guy to take that type of pressure away from him. And the Rockets acquired who I believe is the greatest, just pure scorer this league has ever seen. And you can just write him in a book for 25 points a game next year minimum at an efficient number. And that definitely helped Reed Sheppard.
It's an even more high-profile example of a team looking at how do we take the next step to compete for a championship. We got to unlock our half-court offense, right? We have a defensive culture and an identity. We need half-court, end-of-clock scoring, and then we haven't got, like you said, an all-timer.
Yeah, maybe the most difficult guy to ever guard, a 7-footer that can post smaller guys, can't bother his shot.
Cleveland patient through traffic. He's had a nice showing.
He has. He's a really good player. I think he loves to get in the passing lane. I think his on-ball defense needs to improve. But he's a really good athlete for his size and really finishes well around the basket.
He's up to 17 points now. Lewis with 18 to lead the way. Drop a couple more names in. Lance Terry is getting some run. He's 41 in white for Orlando. Jalen Williams, the lefty, is in for Dallas. Final 70 seconds of Summer League for these two franchises. Summer League action continuing on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. Coming up tonight, Sixers and Nets next year on NBA TV. 9 Eastern on ESPN. They've got the Pacers and the Pelicans. And then tomorrow, the semifinals are on ESPN. The Final Four, Kings and Raptors at 4. Hornets and Thunder at 6 Eastern.
You and I have seen the Raptors. Man, are they impressive. Fun to watch. Matchup of the undefeated teams.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's here trying to have a good week in Las Vegas, and Toronto's just giving people headaches. I mean, they are miserable.
They've been the best defensive team I think we've seen. I mean, collectively, 1 through 5. I mean, they've been fun to watch. They don't worry about the offensive end of the floor, which I think is the identity that a lot of guys need to take if they want to make NBA rosters anyway. But in Toronto, it's just the culture there.
Well, the Raptors brought a lot of players who had made.
Yes, they have.
And will continue to make NBA rosters to this event. Not surprised to see them go undefeated and advance to the semis.
There's one team that went undefeated that I think was somewhat of a surprise, the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, to see them come out with the young draft picks. McNeely, Konkanippel. These guys having really good summers.
Lazar Stefanovic off the mark. Final 35 seconds of this one. Dallas on its way to a wire-to-wire victory. Lance Terry brings it for the Magic. Partake, and a nice right-handed finish. Lance Terry gets a bucket after 5 college seasons, 3 of them spent at Gardner-Webb, 2 at Georgia Tech.
Lance Terry's a really good two-way player, outstanding young man, and His future's bright. He just has a decision to make, whether he wants to try to make it in the league or there'll be plenty of opportunities for a young man like that abroad. He's a really talented player.
Mavericks push their lead out to 26. They're on their way to victory. Final thoughts here, Randolph. What's next for these young men?
Interesting summer for all these guys now. You got to make a decision. Do you want to, if the opportunity presented itself to play in the G League, and again, you got to invest in that, or you got to make a decision, do you want to invest in playing overseas? Either way, it's a massive decision. You got to sit down, get good advice, and make that decision and commitment.
Maxwell Lewis with 18 points to lead the way. Matthew Cleveland off the bench with 17 in a supporting role. Our final score, 92-69, Dallas over Orlando to finish up the 5-game week for both these teams. We invite you to stay tuned here on NBA TV. Our next game, Philadelphia and Brooklyn, coming up next in a matter of moments.